Hi everyone, I am Margot, your tarot reader, and today we are doing a personal reading for a client. As always, prior to the recording, I call into the universe with my client's personal information because they remain private at all times. As my client will know, prior to the recording, we enchant the energies that we need to use with our ancestors. Now, so this reading is also inquiring in reference to a ritual that was performed. And so we're going to see if there are any changes so far. And also I'll see what you are asking. I was waiting for the right time and the right sign to send for the reading after the effect of the ritual. And so therefore, I have my answer with your email. Okay. There's always a cause and effect to what we do, and so therefore and I respectfully do when I do my rituals. There's a certain amount of time or certain amount of energies that are withdrawn and or used in a ritual and also in a reading. And so I'll do my best in reference to the last email you sent me. And the reason why I say I do my best is because I feel that I'm not gonna touch unless it invites itself the energy of your loved one that just passed. What I will focus more on is the person next to that person. Again, it's an unfortunate, and my condolences to you. As you know, in one of your readings, it was predicted as well, what just happened today. So with further ado, let's just get into our special. As always, prior to the recording, I call into the universe my client's personal information prior to the recording. If and when there are moments of silence, it is when I am in continuous transitions with your spirit guides and our minds and or the spiritual or the soul or the light of the person that we are trying to reach. As of now, we ask the protection of our Lord Jesus Christ and our all angels. And at this moment, we are protected sincerely with the white light and with the angels of the heavens into the earth here. So we invite with good omens and or angels of the heaven and earth. I thank you, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. The kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses. We forgive those who trespass against us. Amen. Okay. Okay. So this is done, of course, in a number of ways prior to the starting the video. And of course, lately I've been doing it so in the videos as well, depending on the type of reading that I'm doing and depending the energies that I'm working with. And they are also manifested afterwards. And I'm not even sure why I'm saying that, but there you have it. Okay. So thank you, angels. Okay. I will start with whatever deck they're aligning me to use. I don't have to use any of them or all of them, but I feel that I do today. Thank you to the universe and to the heavens. Let I see. All right. So let me say that it feels a yes to me when it comes to one of the spiritual energies that we have been acquired. And as for now, it is the loving soul of the male. So there are a number of things that have shifted. Now, I will say this, that because the ritual was done, the specific one was done in a couple of days ago, But we had already manifested the beginning of this a couple of weeks ago. I would want to say between 2.5 weeks ago, in reference to something and that I was willing to do on behalf of the energies that were at the time being in the present time for that soul. And anyhow, my client knows what I'm talking about. So when that was done, we interfered certain energies to have something done for the best interest of the client and also the spiritual person, the spiritual soul that we are here talking to at this time. So it's almost like putting a lockdown, I want to say, when we do something like that in reference to certain energies or entities in the physical and or spiritual. So binding and clearing certain things over the weekend, we have found a magnificent results. So we know that something died in reference to that energy. It can be that what died was something that was holding the energy of that loved one of yours and simply took that toll away from him. And the reason why I say that is because in the beginning I was very, my back was overwhelmed with heaviness. It feels like I was carrying a tremendous load, an elephant almost. And all of a sudden I felt this jolt of release. So that to me, in a figure speak, when I'm expressing it to the client, the physical would tell me this person has moved to a certain path, a certain acceptance, and it also has lifted a certain energy off of that person, whether it's a physical and or spiritual. So we know that it's been a hard road to muster for this client. And when I say client, it is actually the spiritual person that I'm connecting to at this time. And I feel that their energy is getting justice for that suffer that they've had. Now, it is a, what's the word I'm using? What's the word I want to say? Progress. It is a progress, a tremendous progress that has been done because of this ritual. Because the justice tells me that he was in a loom, in a cloud where he couldn't see straight, or he was bounded or trapped within those energies. And so now there's a clearing of that energy in his behalf because of that justice. It is in particularly due to past energies, but also his past energy that he has acquired, especially in this life that he was in. It was something that he carried within him that he could not find a way to detach or let go of or part ways with. So we know that he parted ways through something away from his entity. Okay? Almost like he went through the dark night into the realm of the darkness, brought into, and his guilt brought him there to stay there. And he chose to stay there because he felt that that's what he deserved, to be in those punishments day in and day after, centuries after centuries. So I can say that that has not been the case for him. When we go through the path of our lives, of our cycles in the heavens or wherever we are after death, and we look at those and we feel the hurt that we've caused that we couldn't see in the living, we feel ashamed, we feel guilt. And so that was a tremendous part of his spiritual light that was overwhelmed and shattered and broken. Okay? Thank you. It's almost so I don't need the cards, but because of the video's sake and for the clients that want a little bit more explicit way of explaining certain things, the decks have been priored, sanitized, spiritualized, and whatnot. And when I say sanitized, we're looking at energies that are being sanitized out or in. And so they've been shuffled and whatnot, including. And so the deck was already pre-shuffled with the energies of the person that I'm going to contact or spirits. This was reversed. Now it's upright. It is something that he felt overwhelmed, that he cried in the living as he cried in the spiritual light. There was conflict within himself, conflicts within the energies. We know that. He couldn't find the right path. And even if he had the angels expressing the way and the healing, he couldn't see it. He could not see it. Okay? Something came in and took him from that space instantly. So he's saying. So we know that that something is the truth and the acceptance that we did for him during these few days and weeks, including as we started. I already know when a client is going to process something or do something beforehand. I don't need to know, but I do. I already know what's needed for the spirits and for the clients in the physical or in their afterlife. I already know certain things because the guides give me those answers, whether or not I need them. And so I prepare certain energies prior to sometimes. Sometimes I take in fresh the energies at the time that I start rituals. It all depends on each individual circumstances in the ritual, the type of ritual that is being performed. Some of them take numbers of days, weeks, hours, etc. And it takes a tremendous patience, tremendous energy to work the rituals. And including, so does readings, personal readings, including general readings, because any readings that I myself perform do are surrounded by energies of the earthly world and the spiritual world. I don't know why I said that, but there you have it. Okay. And so we have reawakened his energy. In the pause that he was in the chaos that he was in, we have reawakened his energy. Okay? We have unlocked his barriers, almost like in the hermit stage that he was in. We've done that. We've unblocked certain contracts that he was in, that he couldn't see clearly. Mastering certain contracts. Now, there are one or two that he has been broken from, but there are other contracts that he's still bounded to. Okay? And there is at least one or two that he is not aware of. And I feel these are future tense. But we have definitely broken a certain contract away from him. One of those contracts can be from his own perspective, from his own acceptance of how he views the world or how he views the spiritual realm that he's in at this time. For the love of God, he says, I never thought that where I'm at right now could experience such drastic change that I've never thought I could experience. How is it that I could not see this in the living? How is it that I cannot know that there was so much love to gain, to give, and to accept, to acknowledge? How is it that I could not see past my darkness, is what he is claiming at this time. And how is it that, okay, I'll leave that part for later, but there's a lot of things that his energy is claiming at this time, and that he feels he's privileged to at this time, that he could not in any circumstance baffle. He is baffled by the energies that he has intertwined from the moment that his light came to fulfillment after leaving his flesh. And so when they are letting me know certain things, at the same time as I speak it out, I'm also having other terms of language toward that energy and explaining to that energies that that what he is baffled about and nostalgic about and just wild about, because he said wild about, um uh it was already within him, because it's already within us. That light that our body attains to, that keeps us here still, it is an immense energy that holds creativity, love, and manifestation beyond our beliefs. So we are not even close to what it can do for our society, and etc. And if probably it's, maybe it's a path and it's for the best of us, the humanity, for now. But we've lived this path of magnitude before, of that magnitude of energy, that we can manifest a world of beyond what our expectations. So therefore, certain people are given certain things, certain energies are granted certain permissions to do certain things. It is only a portion of the humongous undying energy that we carried within, that light that keeps us in our soul, in the physical world, and that carries us in the ever after. Okay, because there's always an ever after. Be aware of that. So he is a little comfort at this time. He's a little bit more relief at this time. Now, I feel that because of this, may or may not be as, how do I say this? When the energy do shift, they can choose to decide to continue in the spiritual realm, in the path that they're supposed to go to, and or they can choose to stay in the path that they've been. They can choose to linger to one or two other, in the physical world, or whatever type energies that they're in at this time. Or they can choose to be reborn, or they could choose to continue in the next life path, preparing themselves for those type of energy. I do feel that he still needs a lot of preparing. He still needs to be, as he was in the dark shadows of the night, in the hermit stage with that, he can continue to go back in the hermit stage, but in a white light shadow, and heal his energy more, to justify, to hope and have the faith that the world will spin on his favor and that he will reunite again. Okay? He needs to justify it. And then he needs to heal and have the faith and the hope to continue. So the cycle can come back around for him. Prepare himself to be a better man, a better person, a better soul. That will be my suggestion for him at this time. And that is what I'm literally saying it to him at this time, not just for my client when I speak. Okay? Because I'm speaking to both. So that reunion can be more peaceful, more serene in the next cycle. Again, that would be my advice for that soul. He can choose to do whatever he chooses. He can choose to stay and fight. He can choose to stay and linger into pain if he chooses. At this time, he's not in that phase, so it would be his choice. When that choice comes in, would be on the day that this person passed. Okay? That will be the choice then. In the meantime, he can look to see his best path to direction in spiritual life. And he may not be as present as it was in the first days, first weeks of his first time passing. His energy will shift and change into different form, express his way of being around into different ways. So he can be more presentable or he can be less presentable, but the energy more present. So the energy can be present in a different way, in a different form. So if he was more present, literally to where you can feel him touch you, then he will be more present now, more like in dreams, let's say, or vice versa. So he can work on that. As for now, if he were to need help for that, we can come back and check on that. Only the client will let me know how the energy manifested as of now for the next 2 weeks, let's say, unless something else happens prior to that. But for now, that's what I'm seeing. It's almost like a soul trying to be reborn for him at this time. Okay? Yes. So sometimes when we predict something, when it comes to the physical and the spiritual, in certain things they are precise, but preciseness it always is in my case, because when we predict something, sometimes what we predict is the energy of the energy that is closest and dearest, and or the energy that that person, that soul was manifesting prior to being born or prior to passing, or etc. And I'm not sure why I'm saying that, but anyhow, so um, the person knew all along what was going to be on the grandchild. And so the energy, I mean, and I keep saying person because again, when I'm seeing the energy, I'm literally seeing it as like sitting, like sitting next to me, or like being intrigued with what I'm saying and looking at everything that I have. And so puzzled by everything that the energy is seeing or observing. And so, so my client, okay, I'm pointing to this side because I feel that his energy is on this side. So I'm not paying attention to the video, I'm actually paying attention to the energies. Okay, that is how I work. And so, okay, we'll leave it at that. I want to say thank you. Okay, and now I will leave it at that with the energy of the male. Okay, thank you. Because I can sit here all day and just listen, and so can he, I feel. Okay, so I'm going to see at this moment. Let me see, ancestors, guide me and show me for, let's see. I'm not trying to see that. Okay. And again, I keep saying I'm not trying to see that because it's just not for me to see at this time. The energy of the other person, the energy is just so renounced. And by that, I mean so fresh and new that I have to let that energy process for at least 3 days in order for me to look at that energy that just passed. Okay. Yes, I have to. But because of that, I'm going to see the Libra, okay? And this is the universe and the heavens, thank you. Unless anything comes through, then I have no input to that. I receive what needs to be said, or observed, or here. I feel that death was already expected, but it felt unexpected. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it felt unexpected, but was already expected for some That's just how I'm sensing it at this time. Okay. Um, there is a quiet connection. So I will say that this energy has been received by another male energy. Okay. The person that the female that just passed today is received by male energy. Um, mm, Phew. Okay. Yes. So the Libra is very hurt by this, distraught by this passing, trying to put a brave face out there. Um, and I feel that this Libra has said something like, "Oh, now it's my turn," something to that effect. Um, there's a lot of animosity here between the family, I feel. What was her? She was okay. There's a lot of quarrels within the family. There were some in the past, and there might even be some right in the passing. I'm not sure if you're going to the viewing or not. Probably so. But just a little, I don't, it's pointing fingers is what I'm sensing here. Devious, people fighting or wanting, what it may be jewelry or something from this lady that passed. We do see people claiming certain things that are belonging from the person that just passed, okay? We do feel that the family will be a little bit uh, in the ups and downs between you and them, and chaos at a little bit. Let's just hope it's not, but that's how I see it. What is it that I need to know about this? Obviously, I feel that this person that passed had a lot of hurt in their pain, in their sufferings of the physical life. A lot of loss within themselves is how they feel. But I want to say that I want to put that for now on the side. But I also want to say that the Libra here feels that they've lost tremendously someone that they are bonded to more than whatever siblings were. They have a soul connection between them both. So most likely one of them was a father or mother figure in the past lives for them as now. But there's a contract between them that is more than what they are now or were now. And there is that loss that feels tremendous within this person. Okay. Things were being said between them, a lot of hurt and pain and suffering and crying between them and or the family, the culture of the family. So that still triggered between them two, their cycles, I feel. Okay. Yes. So we do see. Okay. I feel that this Libra is confining more on a male figure of the pain and suffering that they've been through right now. And I feel that there is a moment of, like, I can't get up. I don't want to get up. I feel like my world is crumbling. I feel like I'm lost. I feel like the Libra here feels quite devastation. I'm not sure if she's putting up a front or a face, but it is quite devastation. Now, if she continues being a little bit down and or depressed that you can see of, she might need a little bit of attention because it can cause this person to have some need of medical help here, because again, her heart is broken and that could cause that person to have some type of relapse. Okay. Okay, so now I want to see, yes. They lost quite a bit. Oh, they lost quite a bit in their lives, this Libra. And I feel that, I'm not sure they were the only two still living or what, but okay. Okay. Well. Mm. Let's see something. I do feel that we predicted this in one of those readings that we've done for you previously. And I also do feel that this is not the only, and let me just say that I hope that that it prolongs what I'm saying, I'm about to say, but I feel that it will not be the only member that will be lost, I feel, within this year. Let's just leave it like that, okay? I do feel that time, unfortunately, has its ticking moment, if for lack of better words. But if you ask me who it is, I can't tell you right now. I feel that I know, but I can't. Okay, you understand that. You've been my client for a number of years, and so you understand that. It is either for your best interest and or for the interest of the person or the energy that I'm sensing or seeing or feeling. I'm only your messenger, but at the same time, if I say something, it also comes with directions and or guidance, okay, of the path that it needs to be taken at this time that you see the reading. As always, as my client, you know that I work for the best interest of you foremost and of your loved ones or whoever it is we're reading at this time. But anyhow, I do feel that certain people might want to take advantage of what just happened, and I feel that it's family. Might take advantage of the person that you asked me, the Libra, or might take advantage of what just happened, of the person that just passed. Take advantage of their possessions or things that they had, or if this person had grandchildren, what might they have? You feel they're almost like vultures, you know. I want to sell this, I want to take this, I deserve this, and so forth. That's what I'm sensing here. It can cause that also, and I have to say, for the future tense, for someone that is close to you that will pass that type of tension as well. But I feel that it will be for this one and for that other one. Okay, so forewarn. There is a conversation either that it took place or will be taking place that I feel that someone is not being honest. It is a family member, someone that you care for, someone that you want the best for that person. And I feel that a closer look to how they say things or how they express things will be my advice for you. You know your family more so than I, and when it comes to the physical performance of the life, okay? I know the spiritual life, and I know where directions each one is going when I'm sensing their energy. So you can still overturn certain predictions to be lessened than the gravitude of it. And that is when I say certain predictions can and are allowed to change and drift according to the alignments of the energies. But again, certain predictions cannot and will not be changed because it is the path that we must take in this physical and or spiritual. It is said and it's written and it's done, and so be it. Okay. So in this present moment, we do see that the Libra is suffering a great deal, is shuddering a great deal. So I would be, if they have not had like a heart problem, I would be concerned about that, because it becomes to the point where this person have had it, health issues can cause them to have a stroke or a heart attack because of the pain that they can hold it and not express it, or just keep it and not say it because of the pain of losing someone they love. And when you truly do are in love with someone, no matter what, how old, how young, you know, we could lose someone at 10 years old, but yet grieving tremendously when we're 80. And sometimes that's actually the cause of our passing, because we're still grieving. We do not know how to grieve the loved ones passing. And it is absolutely right in everyone's to feel in that certain way, but it's also right to learn how to grieve for the sake of the physical energy that we're still in, and also for the sake of the spiritual energy of those ones that they passed, and for our energy as we passed. I'm hoping that I'm not sounding too cold here, but in order to continue in the right path, we have to come to an understanding, and I guess that religion plays a big part in that as well, or beliefs play a big part in that as well. I, as a Roman Catholic, believe in certain things, but because of what I do now, because I am so into the spiritual realm every second of my life that I breathe, it has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with how you were raised. It has to do with love itself. So if you feel love, then you know that light exists after this life. So if it plays out on your religion or not, if you want to see that loved one of yours again and be present with that energy again, then believe in reincarnation. Believe in the soul that lights your path each and every day. Believe in you, that you have the right and will have the honor to be with those energies again. If you want them, they will be there. Different, but there. And so acceptance, it's a big part again. Okay, maybe I will do a video in reference to passing one of these times. I keep saying things, but I need to do hands-on. And I feel the reason why I'm saying all this is for you and whoever, whatever, but especially for this Libra, because we're so into our beliefs and our ancestry or whatever it may be, we block ourselves innocently of what's out there in the spiritual realm that we can bring about in a positive way to ourselves. So if this Libra would embrace just what I've been saying today and acknowledge that the physical body is what's resting now, but the soul is more alive, and it will be generating in no time to come to, and that they will be together again as they were in the past. They have been here in the physical life, and they can and would probably be in the next path lives. Okay, so I, because of all that I do, trust and believe with all my being what I just said, and it keeps me motivated more so than ever to know that the souls that I experience not only in the physical life, when I'm walking, I'm seeing all these energies in people and sensing all kinds of stuff, or with myself and my loved ones, or when I read them, or when I do rituals, but also because of the ones that I've lost here in the physical life. And it's an everlasting situation going on, right, with that. But because for the sake of their soul as well, and the sake of my being, I trust and believe and have the faith and the hope that that will also continue. I sense it, I feel it, I know. And so let's continue that, evolve in that, evolve our light, evolve our spirit. Evolve. How do you evolve? Well, you evolve with love. Love can be hindering sometimes in the physical. That's also another topic. But if you feel it and carry it in your heart, people might not believe that you have that. People might think that you're not, people might see all kinds of ways in you. But believe me, that if you have that love within you, it goes tremendous way. The energy starts with that, with the love that we feel within ourselves and generate throughout. Okay? That's one of the ways to do it. When we block that is through the pain and the suffering that we go through, that we can't see, and we go blind, and we believe in all kinds of other things. Okay? I don't know. Okay, I went into teaching, huh? Okay. So having said that, I feel that I tell you these things because your energy is loving, nurturing, and caring, my client. And because through you, we can generate that positive energy to the loved ones that you're seeking answers today. And it helps your energy to lessen their grief and pain if it's used right. Okay? So I'll leave that at that for now. So I am having a hard time breathing, and that would tell me that escalation of health issues for the Libra. Okay. So there's a male telling the Libra, you know, darling. I'm not sure if that's the word that they use for this Libra, but I heard it. It can be babe, but for some reason, darling came. Because of just what happened. There it goes again. Remember what we discussed earlier. So he had a discussion with the Libra about something very important, something materialistic, something that has to do with money and wealth and gains. Now you know it's a must. I think that we should, for the sake, and so that way other people are protected, and your loved ones are protected, and so far. Someone is using this opportunity to take advantage of someone. Okay? I'll leave it at that. Okay, thank you. I was not going to see this, but I'll see now. I was still looking for something, but I don't see it here. I still see the same energy, so I'll leave it at that for now. Okay. I do feel that there's that grief and pain from you, yes. From Libra, yes, absolutely. But I do feel that they are greedy families in the picture here. Okay. Grieving. They're grieving, but fake tears is what I'm sensing from someone. I'm not sure. Yes. Okay. I'm going to leave it at that when it comes to this. something that is not being seen when it comes to certain family members. Maybe someone is showing their true colors at the viewing for some reason. Yeah. Okay. I want to see. Okay, I'll see this one. I want to see something. Let me see if I can get it here. Thank you. Let I see ancestors. Thank you. Mother Earth. Again, we do see that. Absolutely. Okay. Someone is not being clear, not seeing what's ahead in theirs. We do see the heartbroken and the shadow, the overwhelming, the not being able to heal. Obviously, this person that just passed was going through certain health issues, expected to have recovery of some sort, and just went spiral there. There is a lot of dark entity going on in that family, in that generation, I feel. The old age, I want to call it, because that's what I'm sensing, the old age. So it comes the old age of your Libra in the person that passed. Yes, that's a total different scenario there. I'm not going to get into this because that's different scenario. Okay, different type of reading and different type of outlook for that person that passed energy. But because it's entwined with the Libra is what I'm sensing here. Okay, their path, their love, their generations of wealth, of money, ancestry, family generations, and things like that, mixed in with dark entities, dark energy, suffering, crying. It's almost like their generation suffered love tremendously, lost of love, lost of relationships, lost of children. Mainly their men, their spouses, or whether it's man or woman, did not stay and heal the energy. And if they stay, they were not truthful and honest and sincere with them. Okay, and it's still going on, I feel. Oh, yep, just is there. And again, we still see the overwhelming energy here of black magic. Yeah. Sometimes when our religion comes, we are very religious, but yet we intend to do other things that are behind the scenes of the opposite of religions. And the reason why I say that and speak that is because I feel that some of your family members are in that sense that way, or were in the past tense, in past generations, in the beginning of this earthly life of theirs, of your family, and use certain acquirements of energies, let's put it for the lack of words, of black magic, into their religions, into their beliefs, or felt that there was not wrong to do them or use them, or it was a cultural life of theirs from the get-go, from the beginning. Okay, it's what I'm sensing here, because I'm being very rough and very straightforward, and it's almost like I'm dignifying that culture, that religion, or those beliefs, and I feel right by have used them. And so as of right now, I'm in the energy of a male and female figure, a female figure that is very, very prudent, and so it has to do with your generation. Okay, through the energies of your siblings, the Libra, and the other person. So I respect, like I said, all religions. It is what it is. Everyone have the right to believe, the right to justify, the right to grow their culture, the right to stand in this earthly land as we all stand, no matter what shape, what color, what race, what religion, and where we come from in the earthly world, or otherwise elsewhere, because that also includes aliens. Call me crazy, but it is what it is. I capture all. Okay, so So we're gonna leave that as that, I feel, because I feel that if I continue with what the energies are presenting to me, I can go on and on and on with this, and it's not gonna take me anywhere conducive or healing to me, or my energy or your energy. I feel that they feel right for the things that they've done in their lives, or their path that they've done and led their life. And I will say that that also includes the Libra, because they're being defensive by their energy, by their ancestry. So they feel right that they have done what they've done, because probably, and I'm sensing it, they deserved it. They deserved it. So I hear they deserved it. So if they used any kind of culture or magic, and so far they feel that they did right to punish those people, or be punished, or use what they use for those purpose, for what it was at that time in centuries. Okay, it can be for the growth, as when the person was a child, like the Libra, or the other person that passed, or it can be for literally their grandparents or grandparents. It could go up to 4 generations. If I can sense it now, it can go up to 4 generations. Okay. Can it go more? Yes, but I feel that this is giving me the energy of 4 generations for now. I'm trying to see something. Let me see. Let me see if I can grasp that in a minute. You never know what happens on a reading, huh? Yes, we are in, let me see. I guess I don't. Okay. Okay, well. Anyhow, I guess I'm not to know that yet. We'll leave it at that. Let me see something. So no, I guess not. I asked again and I don't hear the answer, so I'll leave it at that. Let's see. Not sure if you've spoken to the Libra today. The Libra today is a little bit resting, supposedly. The head hurts, something to that effect. Feeling tired. The energies that this Libra is feeling right now, it tells me that they're trying to cope. Of course, it's natural, but it's also telling me that oh my goodness. Let me see. Yeah, I okay. So after this reading, of course, we'll always be in contact. Just let me know how this Libra is doing today and tomorrow. I will say that it's grieving time for especially for this person, so it's natural. Uh, but just keep an eye and be observant. I do sense that the health is not as it should, and I do sense that there are just tremendous negative energy around that person. Um, we know that this was there before. My throat is being cut at this time, so I feel like the energies are shutting me out. We know that this energy was present before all this that is happening now, but it's more so almost like say alive toward that home, that environment, and this Libra. So we do know that the health can come a crisis to the point where it would lead to something minor and then be drastic at the end. I cannot give you a time for that. I cannot. Um, but I will say that a lot of this is dark. Just left me. I hear the Libra person saying, "You left me," and or I'm feeling lost, or I can't do without, or something to that effect. I feel lightheaded and I feel drained. So I do know that that is the energy of the Libra. So I'm gonna show you this one. Look, so this is like her energy into a child right now, the Libra, feeling left out, feeling deserted, feeling lost, and it's going back to her memories of childhood about her and that other person that passed. Um, and so I feel that in a way it's good for this person to be in that energy, in a way, because there's a lot of pain within her. And there's has to be a lot of acceptance within her energy. So maybe it would be good for her if she goes to church for a mass. Well, obviously, you will do that with the viewing and all. But I want to say a mass that is just a regular mass for her to be in and be observant. And depending on the type of mass church that she goes to, you know, get some type of blessing for the meantime. um, so I will leave this at that. I will say that there's going to be a lot of process to deal with this energy with the Libra. There's it's just um it just speaks volumes of what's to come. Okay. She might be saying something that is not being truthful and honest. Okay. She just might be. And it can be the way she feels or the way she's acting, conducting herself. She's also we I'm not sure when was the last time she got her medical checkup or full checkup, but she has to have one done, especially after everything that has happened. Yeah, I don't think that she wants to though. Yeah, I don't think that she wants to. Mm, okay. Okay. I asked something, so I needed to know something for myself, and so I see it. Okay. Well, I'm gonna leave it as make sure she gets a checkup, or just bring that about, or whatever it is that she's feeling, to make sure it gets attention to. Because we do see that's a collapse of health, and she can recover for a bit and then just come back. Her heart is not going to be in her best position, I feel. Something about her heart is delicate to me, and that can also be because of the grief and pain that she is sensing right now. Pay attention if she talks to you about her dreams, about what she's sensing, what she's feeling, just like in a regular conversation. If she brings it up without you bringing it up, pay close attention to that type of conversation for me, or for yourself, I mean. That would give me a certain alert, or certain things that are happening within her spirit and within her physical energy as well. Okay. um of course, I'm here to help you in any way that I can. For now, I feel that she needs rest, which she is getting, but she's also being tormented as she is getting her rest. We do see that she was, prior to this, already being haunted by demons or negative energies within that home, in herself, in physical appearance of negative energy. And so when she's resting now, she's in the weak space, weaker than when she was. And so it can come in any given time. Um, she might decide that she cannot continue fighting, which, in other words, she have asked herself why she's still living, because her health and everything, you would think that she would have been the one to go first. Now, I apologize for that, because I feel that is her letting me know what she is going through and what was going through. And so for some other odd reason, it's almost like saying, I know she's older and whatnot, but I have all these issues and all these things. And so she's excusing herself and blaming herself at the same time. So she's going through the grieving process. Absolutely, we can see that. But it's taken her that pushing, that toll. And that's my fear there. And also the fear that someone is also taking advantage of this opportunity to make something that they were planning to do, or have been planning to do, with the energy of the Libra. Okay. Yes. So I'm going to, I feel like I've said that over and over. I feel like we're going to close the reading today with that. I will say that for all purpose reasons, just be advised on anything that you need to prepare yourself for when that time comes. I'm not saying it's today, tomorrow, whenever. I'm not. All I'm saying is that just prepare yourself for the and what's the word I'm looking for what it is to be in the near future. Okay. So you will not have to deal with anything greater than what this family of the other person that passed have to go through right now. Okay. You prepare yourself mentally, emotionally, and physically to adapt to this for when it comes your turn. I know I shouldn't have said that in the way that I did, and I apologize, but at the same time, my drain constant is in that position. Okay. As we shuffle, we see the same energies, including in this one. Yes. So I know that the Libra stays more in their energy because of the family, yes, but also because of the love that she feels for someone. So even though that energy is toxic and whatnot, it has kept her floating, let's say, in the physical life because of that. Even though the energy is not of that person the best of what that person deserves, but because of the love that Libra feels for that other person, it's a constant standing battle within the physical and spiritual. And believe it or not, that constant standing battle keeps her still going. Till the point where she accepts what the path is, or she sees something that male does completely out of terms, especially right now that that the Libra is very vulnerable. Okay, that would be the breaking point, I feel. I have to say that I feel that she already seen that, but she pushed it away, pushed it aside, blocked it off to continue with it. I do feel that. Okay. Okay, so we are going to, again, leave it at that. Now I say thank you, angels of the heaven and earth. Thank you. I will say I want to give thanks to the gods in the heavens today for hearing our plea, Lord Jesus Christ. I want to thank you for this beautiful, marvelous energy that we had today. Okay. Thank you to the universe and to the angels of the heaven and earth. Clear our path, clear our energy, Lord Jesus Christ. Thank you. Clear our path, clear our energy, Lord Jesus Christ. Clear our path, clear our energy. May you move forward, may you be at peace, Lord Jesus Christ. May you be at peace. May you move forward, may you be at peace. May you move forward, be at peace, Lord Jesus Christ. Thank you to the universe and to the heavens, Lord Jesus Christ. Thank you to the universe and to the heavens. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of death. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Okay. So we will end the day as that. As always, I wish you love and light. To you, my client, again, I am Margot, your tarot reader, and I'm here to help you in your spiritual path in the physical and the spiritual. Thank you, angels of the heaven and earth, for guiding us today and protecting us and clearing our path. And as you may do so for my client today. Blessed art thou, and blessed is thy fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Amen. En nombre del Padre, del Hijo y del Espíritu Santo. Amén. Thank you.